Fortnite OG became a permanent mode in December of last year and it's had its ups and downs. There's no doubt about it that right now, OG has more downs than ups. And today, I'm going through 5 ways that Fortnite OG can be fixed. So the first thing that Epic should do is remove ranked OG. The main reason for this is because when Fortnite was in its prime, it was never meant to be taken as an overly competitive game. Back in 2017 and 2018, Fortnite was purely based on fun, as the skill level for most players on the game at the time was very low because the game was so new. We had pros at the time, sure, but like I've said before, they just learned the game before everyone else did. And with the addition of this game mode comes more sweats, which overall ruins the nostalgic vibe of OG. But at least they're real players, which brings me to my next point. Fortnite needs to remove bots from OG. On the very first day of OG Fortnite, in its most basic form, had 500,000 players because everyone else was real players. As soon as Epic started adding bots to the mode, the player count went down and hasn't reached the same heights since. That's what made OG Fortnite so special back in the day. You were going against real players who played just like you. So going against bots kinda defeats the point of what OG was all about. The third thing Fortnite should do to fix OG is change the storm speed. They did this to emulate how the storm was in Chapter 1, but the speed was nerfed because players couldn't get used to it. But in the current OG seasons, we have rifts and campfires, so the storm shouldn't be an issue for players if it was at its original speed. With the storm being at its current speed, there could be like 10 people left, and the circle would be massive. This just makes the endgames very boring and not as chaotic as the old endgames. The next thing Fortnite should do is spread the content out of each season better. With each season being 8 weeks long, you've got to make sure not to cram everything in a week, as more player interest will go down after that week. Instead, they should spread them across the first few weeks. That way, this will keep the players invested and constantly give them stuff to look forward to, while also giving them time to enjoy the nostalgia and enjoyment of the season. The last thing they need to do is bring back more limited time modes. Now this one is more of a personal one, but whenever a new LTM came out back in 2018, I had to play it to see what it was all about. 50v50 returned in OG Season 3, but there are also some that released later that we haven't seen yet. We need to see LTMs like Solid Gold, Food Fight, and especially Infinity Gauntlet make a return in the upcoming seasons. But with that said though, I do enjoy Fortnite OG. It's just not perfect right now. Let me know in the comments if there's anything you want to see fixed in Fortnite OG, or if you want to see anything return in Fortnite OG.